shipping channel as well as a dead whale.
After the discovery of a starfish kill in nearby Barataria Bay.
Sea life kills in waters previously impacted by the oil spill.
I put my foot in the water and I said, this water is very warm. It's very, very hot.
The Arabian Sea, 5 nautical miles from the coast of Mumbai, and the ship that you see behind me.
Action News reporter Dan Cuellar is live near the scene. Dan, you've got the full story.
Since the Industrial Revolution, oil has been one of the most sought after and valuable resources. However, the discovery of oil has brought with it the problem of oil spills. Recently, British Petroleum's oil spill in the Gulf of Mexico, the largest in the world, resulted in large-scale ecological devastation, loss of jobs for the locals, damage to the tourism sector, lawsuits and losses to the tune of $30 billion. Even advancements in technology and enhanced understanding have not been able to prevent crude spills and their highly damaging consequences. The natural mechanisms for cleaning an oil spill are slow and gradual. For example, land that has been a victim to an oil spill may take 20 years to recover and become fit for agriculture. In the Indian context, over 70 oil spill incidents have been reported over the last 30 years. The common and at times unavoidable causes are freezing of oil, deposition of semi-solid compounds during cold season, and rusting of the steel. This leads to ruptured pipelines and subsequent spillage. Tanker accidents like the Paradeep incident 2009, Mumbai ship accident 2010 are also common at ports and filling sites for petroleum. The most sinister causes are desperation, human greed and terrorism. Oil companies are helpless in preventing the ecological damage in such cases. Such activities disrupt the flow of key resources and can also cause severe economic and environmental consequences. The loss of fertile land immediately translates into a decrease in agricultural productivity. Another issue faced by oil refineries is the proper disposal of oily sludge. Oily sludge is a hazardous residual substance that adheres to oil containers and requires mandatory removal after 3 to 4 years. This thick black semi-solid substance still contains close to 30% oil. Some oil is recovered by heating and separation. 5% oil, sulfur and other corrosive compounds still remain, making the residue an environmental and safety hazard. This is dumped in open pits as big as a large swimming pool and are covered with large quantities of soil. This disposal technique is most unsustainable since new area of land is required every time the cleaning process is undertaken. Chemical sprays, dumping and incineration are some of the traditional and expensive solutions which are used across the world for oil spills and oil sludge. These techniques are not cost effective. They are environmentally hazardous, unsafe and far from comprehensive. While chemical sprays cause large-scale toxicity, dumping is a very dangerous source for fire hazards. Incineration leads to air pollution, and the conventional remediation techniques do not remove all components of crude. So, is there any solution to quickly and completely zap all this waste oil? Yes, and the answer is Oil Zapper. A product that was developed after 7 years of extensive research work at TERI, supported by Department of Biotechnology, Government of India. TERI, the Energy and Resources Institute, was formally established in 1974 with the vision to work towards global sustainable development by creating innovative solutions through meaningful and long-term partnerships. And Oil Zapper is one such unique, sustainable an eco-friendly solution to the immense challenge of removing crude oil spills and treating crude oil-based waste substances.
Oil Zapper is the result of about a decade of research which has been carried out by TERI, and with extensive practical trials by which we have established that this is not only a cost-effective but a completely benign method by which we can clean up oil spills.
So what does this magic powder contain? Oil Zapper is a composition of various types of microbes.
Oil Zapper microbes could degrade hydrocarbons, and they could degrade completely. The end product would be carbon dioxide, water and biomass. Whereas in other chemical treatment method, this hydrocarbon would be transformed from one chemical form to another chemical form.
And this Indian formulation is unique because of the eating habits of the selected microbes. In Oil Zapper, we have succeeded in creating a cocktail of 4 bacteria that do not fight amongst themselves, and each feeds on only one layer of crude content. Together, the microbes eat up all 4 layers of crude, waxy elements or saturated hydrocarbons, aromatic components or benzene compounds, NSO compounds of nitrogen and sulfur, and asphaltene or tar. Oil Zapper can work in temperatures ranging up to 60 degrees Celsius and salinity up to 6%. It is also 40% cheaper than other options. Oil Zapper has been developed as an industry-oriented solution. In this effort, TERI has been partnered by ONGC, the world's #1 oil and gas exploration company, a Fortune 500 company with 40,000 employees.
ONGC TERI jointly created a joint venture company which is called OTBL, ONGC TERI Biotech Limited, in 2008. This company now doing all sorts of bioremediation application in oil contaminated soil, not only for ONGC but for various national as well as private company. We have signed MOU with ONGC as well as with Oil India Limited.
What started as research in 100 milliliter flasks at TERI Research Laboratory has now transformed into large-scale production in 1,000 liter vessels at the TERI Research Facility named Fermentation Technology Research Center in Gwalpahari, Gurgaon. Here, mass production of Oil Zapper takes place in a high-tech facility to meet the increasing demand for this wondrous product. The Oil Zapper formulation is neatly packaged in polybags and placed in cartons ready for transportation and shipping to the required location. Another advantage of Oil Zapper is the ease of application. The powder can be used just like any